Good morning, dear children. Our lesson number 3, ruling the countryside, is going on. In that lesson we learn how the company East India Company or the Britishers has taken the Diwani rights from the Mughals. Then we see how the company was collected the revenue. After that, three systems were introduced there. First system was the permanent settlement. That permanent settlement was introduced by the Charles Cornwallis during that day. After the permanent system, there is the another one system is introduced. That was the Mahal system, and that was introduced by the Holt Mackenzie, and he was that day he was the that day, Holt Mechanis was the governor of the northern part. Then, in south, the Thomas Munro introduced the Munro system, and he introduced that system in Madras. Madras means the south region of the India. So that tree system briefly we discussed yesterday. Now we are proceed forward, and our today's topic is crops for the Europe. The British also realized that the countryside could not only yield revenue, it could also grow the crops that Europe required. Means here British felt that the countryside can't pay the taxes, can't pay the revenue without the uh, grow of the crops. So by the late 18th century, the company was tried its best to extend the cultivation of opium and indigo. So by the 18th century, company decided कि only the crops of the opium and indigo were in maximum number they will produce. Means they want to grow in Indian farms to indigo and opium. But see the what happened, what was the situation during the 18th century in India. So in the century and half of the wait a minute, by the late 18th century the company was trying its best to expand the cultivation of indigo and opium for because the content because that company needs the more profit, and company knows if the Indian we force it the Indian to grow indigo and opium, so we can earn more income. So that they want they force to the farmer to grow the indigo and the opium. In the century and a half of the followed, the British pressure pursued or forced cultivation in various parts of the India to produce other crops. Jute in Bengal means see in that day which in which rain or in which state which products was in products was generally crops are cultivated. The jute in Bengal in that day generally we found in tea in Assam, sugarcane in the United Province, it means the Uttar Pradesh, then wheat in the Punjab, cotton in Maharashtra and Punjab, rice in Madras. So that was the crops during that age was the prevalent. But British want to grow the indigo. So how was this done? The British used a variety of the method to expand the cultivation of the crops that they needed. Let us take a closer look at the story of one such crop, one such method of the production. So, how they force it to the farmers to grow the indigo, that we are going to see through one story. So now color have a history. Now see, here two pictures are given. First picture, a kalamkari print, 20th century in India. Kalamkari print, that is means a floral print which were famous in south southward of the India. South side में वो बहुत ज़्यादा famous थी, and that is the mostly floral printing. The second figure number 6, a Morris cotton printing, late 19th century England. This is famous in the England. It means that kalamkari is famous in the India, and next one famous in the England. So what is the differentiate between them? In both the paintings, blue color is used. Okay, blue color is used to, in Indian painting we found a dark blue color. Okay, and in the England's painting we found a light blue color. Means there is a differentiate between the indigo color. Indigo color means blue color जो होता है गाढ़ा वाला जो बहुत ज़्यादा thick and dark होता है, that we call the indigo color. And Britishers want to grow that particular color in India because that color in huge quantity grown in India, because this temperature is Indian temperature is proper for this kind of the crops, so that Britishers want to grow these crops in India and want to spread that business to all over Europe. But what happened, that we going to see now. The figure 5 and 6 are two images of cotton prints. The image on the left, means figure number 5, shows a kalamkari print created by the weavers of Andhra Pradesh in India. So that painting where was the famous, that is very important. Where is the kalamkari print, where is the kalamkari print we found and where it is made. So it is made in Andhra Pradesh, India. So on the right is a flora cotton print designed and produced by the William Morris. This is the William Morris painting. He is a famous poet and artist of the 19th century in Britain. There is one thing common in the two paintings. Both use a rich blue color. Means in both the paintings we see there is the blue color used, commonly called the indigo, and blue color we call the indigo. Do you know how this color was produced? How this color is produced? कोई भी color लो आप, color कैसे produce होता है? Okay, that we are going to learn. The blue that you see in these prints was produced from a plant called the indigo. Means which blue we are seeing in both the paintings, that blue color is made from the indigo plant. It is like that the blue dye used in the Morris print in the 19th century. Britain was the manufacturers from indigo plant cultivation in India. So now the Britishers want to grow the indigo plants in India. So for India was the biggest supplier of indigo in the world at that time. Why the demand for the Indian indigo? Why they need to cultivate the indigo in India? Why it was in demand, that we are going to see now. The indigo plants grow primarily in the tropics. Means see, in India is in the tropical zone. Tropical zone क्या होता है? You know, dear children. Again we are going to see what is the meaning of the tropical zone. You know, this is the equator, you know, and this is the tropical zone. So here we found the India, and India is in the tropical zone. Got it, dear children? So that atmosphere is very good for cultivating the indigo plant. Okay, so by the 13th century, Indian indigo was being used by the cloth manufacturing in Italy, France and Britain to dye the clothes. Means this indigo is very useful for other country also for dyeing the clothes, for the paintings. However, only a small amount of Indian indigo reached the European market and its price was very high. European clothes manufacturers therefore had to depend on another plant called the wood to make the violet and the blue dyes. Means here we can say कि इंडियन वीवर्स जो थे वो भी क्या हो गए थे, इंडियन वीवर्स एंड इंडियन फार्मर्स वेयर वेरी पुअर. They are unable to go in the other countries market, and they can't purchase that plant. Okay, so that however only small amount of Indian means कम इंडियन लोगों ने इंडिगो का प्रोडक्शन करना स्टार्ट किया था. The European market and its price were very high. In the European market, if we see that indigo's price is very high, the European cloth manufacturers therefore had to depend on another plant called wood. तो जो यूरोपियन क्लॉथ मैन्युफैक्चरर्स थे दे वर depend on another plant which is like the indigo that we call the wood. WOOD wood. This is the name of the plant to make the violet and the blue dyes. Being a plant of the temperate zone, a wood was more easily available in Europe. So, in European country, this wood plant cultivated and it is easily available in their country because this plant cultivate in the temperate zone also, and that other countries are come under the temperate zone. Then wood was more easily available in Europe. It was grown in the northern Italy, southern France, and in the parts of the Germany and Britain also. Worried by the competitions from the indigo, wood producers in the Europe pressurized their government to ban the import of indigo. Now in India we found that many farmers are forced to grow the or cultivate the indigo. But the European farmers demand in their country कि take don't take or what don't import that indigo from the India, because in our country that oat we are actual growing and the demand of that oat is now day by day decreases because that country is ordering or demanding for the indigo. Indigo is the dark and bright blue color. So that dyer means who turn the cloth in particular color. That dyer generally use the indigo color. Cloth dyers, however, prepared indigo as a dye, and they also, that means cloth dyers ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जो प्रिपेयर प्रेफरेंस किसको देते थे, इंडिगो को देते थे. दैट्स वाई क्या हुआ था, जो ओड प्लांट है इसकी डिमांड क्या हो गई थी, इन लेस नंबर पे हो गई थी. तो इससे क्या हो रहा था, जो यूरोपियन फार्मर्स है उनका लॉस हो रहा था. तो दे डोंट वांट टू परचेस द इंडिगो फ्रॉम द इंडियन मार्केट. Indigo produced a rich blue color, whereas the dye from the old was pale and dull. By the 17th century, European cloth producers persuaded their governments to relax the ban of the indigo import. The French began cultivating indigo in Saint-Domingue in the Caribbean island. Miss see, here are the some islands and मीन्स जैसे कि फ्रेंच के आजू बाजू में सम आइलैंड्स है. देन इंडिया के भी आजू बाजू में कुछ आइलैंड्स है. देन वी सी कि अमेरिका, besides America also some of the islands. But on that islands that maximum cultivated business was started. Which cultivation? Though that blue color cultivation business was started. The Portuguese in the Brazil, the English in Jamaica, and the Spanish in the Venezuela. Indigo plantation also came up in many parts of the North America. Then what they started, they came to know कि European dyers also need the indigo plants, है ना. They are not paying attention to the oat plant. They want the indigo plant. So Europeans also started doing business of the indigo plants. So European farmers, where they are growing that plant, they are growing that plant on the islands which is nearby to their countries. जैसे कि here we since the France began cultivating indigo in Saint Domingue in the Caribbean island. Then the Portuguese in Brazil, पोर्तुगीज़ ने ब्राज़ील पे स्टार्ट किया. इंग्लिश लोगों ने जमाइका एंड स्पेनिश ने वेनेजुला में स्टार्ट किया, जहाँ पे अभी हमारे क्रिकेटर्स जाते हैं मैच खेलने वगैरह ना, स्टेडियम में, यू नो डियर चिल्ड्रन. तो यहाँ पे उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया. Then indigo plantations also came up in many parts of the North America. देन क्या हो गया, अभी इंडिगो प्लांट का प्रोडक्शन इंक्रीज हो गया. बाय द एंड ऑफ द 18th century the demand for the Indian indigo grew further. Britain began to industrialize and its cotton production expand dramatically, creating an enormous new demand for a cloth dye. While the demand for indigo increased, its existing supplies from the West Indies and America collapsed for a variety of reasons. Between 1783 and 1789, the production of the indigo in the world fell by half. Cloth dyers in Britain now desperately look for a new sources of indigo supply from where could this indigo be produced. In this para we can say that production or the demand of that production, which production indigo was increased, but what happened कि because of some reasons the demand from that country was collapse. मीन्स इन सब कंट्री, इस सभी कंट्री ने हमने देखा है कि अभी इंडिगो का प्रोडक्शन स्टार्ट किया, बट बिकॉज ऑफ सम रीजन्स दैट अमेरिका कोलैप्स फॉर अ वेराइटी ऑफ द रीजन्स. देन बिटवीन 1783 and 1789 द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ इंडिगो इन द वर्ल्ड फेल बाय हाफ. मीन्स इसका जो प्रोडक्शन है वो डायरेक्टली हाफ हो गया. मीन्स वर्ल्ड में बहुत ज़्यादा नीड थी और इंडिगो का प्रोडक्शन कम हो रहा था. तो इस सिचुएशन में क्या हुआ, क्लोथ डायर्स इन ब्रिटेन नाउ डिस्परेटली लुक फॉर अ न्यू सोर्सेस ऑफ इंडिगो सप्लाई फ्रॉम वेयर कुड द इंडिगो बी प्रोड्यूस. देन अभी सभी लोग इंडिया की तरफ देखने लगे फॉर परचेसिंग द इंडिगो. Okay, means what we seen ki in 18th century the every country was started to grow the indigo, but due to some reason it is fell down, and now the world or other countries are look towards the India for the supplies of the indigo. Okay, understand. Then Britain turns to India, so that we will going to see in our next chapter.